Welcome to my channel, the Blograna Blog. Before I get into the video, I just want to ask you a question. What is your favorite drink? Type it in the comments below. Well, if you ask mine, it's 7 Up. You know why? Because Barcelona thrashed the German champions 7-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Wow. Wow. What a match. What a match. It was unbelievable. It was insane. Like we were 3-0 up in the first half itself. It was incredible. So let's get into it. So Barca came in this matchup with the lineup of Cartacol in goal, Onabate, Paredes, Napoleon, Brutes, as the back line, and then you had APA in midfield, obviously, and CGH, Pajor, and Salma started were the front three. So Pina had an injury and she wasn't 100% fit, so she was on the bench, and yeah, so basically it's more of the same starting 11 which we expected. Just the confusion between whether Salma or Pina would start. Otherwise, we pretty well knew who would start. And then Bayern Munich had a starting 11, which I said in my previous video. Most of it was the same, just for minor differences. It was Mahmutovic in goal, Ket, Pedersen, Eriksson, and Simon in the back line. Stanway and Caruso were the pivots, and Tanikawa at right wing, Harder as the attacking mid number 10 role, and Bull as left winger, and Leah Schuler as the striker. So obviously, Julia Gwynn and Oberdorf did not play this game. They did not play this game, and it seemed like they weren't match fit, which is a shame because they are amazing players. So obviously, Bayern Munich missed Oberdorf's presence in midfield. She's an amazing defensive midfielder, and Gwyn at right back. So they missed her, but they missed them. But it's not our problem; it's their problem. So that is the lineup for Barca and Bayern. So yeah, this Barca at 68% possession overall. They had 21 shots, 12 in target, and they scored 7 goals. And Bayern Munich had 2 shots in target for the whole 90 minutes and none in the second half. So the first half, the Bull goal, and then if I'm not wrong, Harder scored a long range effort, which was easy, held by Catapult. So that's it. So even though, despite the second half substitutions from Barca's side, Bayern couldn't do anything. They couldn't even have a shot in target. So that was the dominance of Barcelona. And let me tell you one insane stat. Barca's XG for this game was 1.99, and Barca scored 7 goals. They outperformed the XG by 5.0, and a whopping 5.0. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? XG is 1.99 and these motherfuckers score 7. Insane game. Like it was really beautiful to watch. It was amazing to watch. Like even I couldn't, even the most optimistic Barca fan wouldn't have expected this kind of a result. But here it is. So uh, before the game, pre-game, and the pre-game conference, Bayern's coach Jose Barcola said that Bayern will go to high press and suffocate Barca to make it uncomfortable. And what happened next was what another German team tried to do last season. Wolfsburg tried to do the same. They tried to try high press, and they ended up becoming humiliated. So that's what happened. And the first 30 minutes was an absolute dream. Bayern pressed like crazy from the beginning, trying to stymie Barca's rhythm and passing options. But Barca was prepared. They just Barca just passed on Bayern coolly. Barca were like, okay, if you're gonna press high, we don't care, we're prepared. We know we are gonna do this. So we're gonna just pass around you quickly. I mean coolly. What are you gonna do about it? And they just completely nullified Bayern's press. And they exploited the space behind. And Bayern were like, okay, we press you, but you're able to pass, so what are you gonna do? So there's a lot of space behind. So if you're gonna keep pressing, Barca's gonna exploit the space behind. So if you try to sit back and then defend, and Barca's gonna have no pressure, and it's easier for them. They do this; it's a bread and butter. They do this week in week out against low block opposition who play satanic low block. So what do? You damned if you do, damned if you don't. So that's what happened to Wolfsburg last season and to Chelsea last season. but then people never learn. They just think that if you press Barca, you can win. It's not like that. So that's what happened. The first 30 minutes was one of the best Barca performances I've ever seen. There's so many Barca performances like that, and yesterday the first 30 minutes is beautiful, unbelievable to watch. So that was that, and yeah, and again, even Pereira has said this: fast starts an absolute necessity when you play against top opposition. Against mediocre opposition, you can get away with it, but if against top opposition who press you so hard like Bayern Munich do, a fast start is absolute necessity, and that's what Barca started with, and that momentum just went on and on and on and on, and Barca destroyed Bayern Munich. So that fast start is necessary, and kudos to Pereira for this because he made sure that Barca had a fast start and they executed to perfection. So that was amazing. So so let's talk about the pros, and there's a lot of it. I'll try to make this video as short as possible. There's a lot of pros to cover, so let's just cover it as soon as possible. So Bull thought she signed for Barca and just she assisted Alexia's first goal. But that goal, it looked like it was going out just for a second and then it went in. That curl, man. What a curl. What a curl. Unbelievable goal. And from then I knew that this is going to be a 3-0 game, but I did not know this was going to be a 7-1 game. But that was amazing. It was like in the fourth minute, if I'm not wrong, Alexia started, and then her celebration, it meant a lot. I think it was a combination of factors, because of not winning the Champions League, not winning the Euros. Maybe she feels she should have won the Ballon d'Or or at least been in top three in the Ballon d'Or. I think it's a mixed reaction. I mean, a mixture of feelings. And her celebration seemed a bit outrageous because I think she wants to get on with it. She wants to win stuff. She wants to be the woman of Barca, which is not wrong. She wants to be. She's an amazing player, but it shows the intent, the character of her when she scored that goal. And she did that, the board celebration. She usually does it like when Barca like 5-0 or 6-0 up. She does it in the first goal, and it's like, isn't it too early to do that? But my God, she knew, she knew that Barca was going to give an ass whooping to Bayern. So this is amazing. And then the second goal, like I thought Paredes that header would have gone in and go in, and I don't know how Pajor managed to put it in, man. That flying scissors kick, what a goal! This is why we signed it. 500,000 euros, absolute bargain. What a centre forward we have, and obviously she's an ex-Wolfsburg player. She's gonna relish scoring against Bayern Munich. She did not score once, she scored twice, and that was beautiful to watch. And Esme and Alexia, they just cut through Bayern Munich like life cut through butter. It was beautiful. Like they just went through the defense like it was nothing. And that was third goal, the fourth goal, and that was the three goals. And then Klara Buhl hit a goal, and it was a 3-1. I knew that Bayern Munich weren't gonna come back, but that did not feel right. I just felt that Barca deserved a three-goal cushion. I don't know how about you guys. Tell me in the comments what you felt at that time because I felt like a three-goal cushion was that felt right. I think I felt Barca deserved a three-goal cushion, and it felt so right when Salma scored that fourth goal because that was the proper way that the game was going on. So that 4-1 cushion, 4-1 score and three-goal cushion that felt good. So I was feeling really good at halftime. I was just like, okay, how many more goals are we gonna score? We scored 6-1 against Wolfsburg. Can we match that? And boy, did we even go forward. And the second half began exactly the same way the first half started. And although Barca were a little less intense, you could say, but it wasn't it wasn't any better for Bayern. So and for the so Payas for the fifth goal, and for the sixth goal, which I mean, I'm not entirely convinced the ball went over the line for Irene's disallowed goal. Like when Aitana crosses it to Irene, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, from the side angle, it does seem like the ball is just over the line, but I'm not exactly sure. I think some of the curvature of the ball is still over. It's just like over the line. So I'm not exactly sure this out, but doesn't matter at the end. Just a small tidbit, something that's mildly inferior in me would say. And Pina and Vicky, that 2v3 counter goal. Wow, what was Hansi Flick would be proud. What a counter goal. And an obligatory Pina curler against Bayern. If you guys haven't watched it, or if you guys want to rewatch it, it's on YouTube. It's on so many social media sites. Like you can go watch it. The last time Barca played at home against Bayern Munich, Pina scores a curler from outside the box. But again, she sees Bayern Munich, she has to score. And again, what a super sub is Pina. She's an amazing, amazing player. What is she only scores hat tricks and braces in this season. That's it. She only scores in bunches. She does not score one goal and all. She does not do that. What a super sub, the best super sub in the world. And then Ona like effectively neutralized Bull. Like Bull scored that goal, but that goal she was forced centrally by Ona because step for step Ona was there. Every time Bull got the ball or was doing that run to get the ball, Ona was there. She was a mess. She was a menace on Bull. She marked Bull completely out of the game. Bull couldn't do anything. So she was forced centrally, and then Mappy had to take her. I'll get to that later. So yeah, she was forced centrally, and that's how the goal came. Otherwise, Bull couldn't do anything, and Esme didn't have much to defend because her Tanikawa couldn't do anything. Like she was completely invisible for this game because she never got the ball, and even when she got it, it was taken back immediately. So Esme had one of the easiest games defending wise. And attacking wise, she was incredibly good. Like she's really, really good. I don't know. She's really good, and especially in German teams at home, she just becomes a beast. Even against Wolfsburg, she was one of the best players on the pitch. So that was beautiful to watch. And APA cooked last night. Last night was one of APA's best matches. They absolutely cooked. I mean, Alexia, especially Alexia, was involved in most of Barca's attack. One goal and two assists. That's crazy. And Stanway and Caruso got very little of the ball, and the press was absolutely useless. They tried pressing, they tried to harry, they tried to hassle APA. It didn't work out. They AP always found a way to get out of the press. I mean, they couldn't do anything. Like the midfield battle was completely in Barca's favor, and that's what changed the game. And I'm really glad that Romeo did not leave, Bonmati, Puteas, and Pajor on like for the full 90 minutes. He could have done that. Most people do that, but he didn't do it. He at around 80 minutes he subbed them off, all three of them off, and so that gave minutes for keeping them because there's also the Athletic game in mind because in Sunday we are going to play Athletic away from home. So that game is also there. That's a very important match for the title race. So keeping that in mind also, he subbed all these three off, which gave valuable minutes for Sarah Jordi and Cindy against top opposition like Bayern Munich. So they would have learned a lot playing this 10 minutes. So that was good. Now, these are the positives. No, which is a lot. So I've condensed it. There's a lot, but I've condensed it to this many. So this was the pros. Now the cons. So yeah, Bull score obviously that's the biggest con. Like that was way too easy, way too easy. What is Barca doing? It was not good. It was not good, especially Mappilion. She did not have anybody else to mark. I can understand if she was marking somebody else. No, she was not marking anybody. She was just ball watching. That was not good. That was not good at all. She should have rushed Bull. She should have tried to do something, but because Ona cannot be blamed here because she pushed Bull centrally and Bull made a beautiful run. The late run into the box and she scored. Mappy should have done better there, and that's the kind of goal you do not want to concede. So yeah, that goal that was not good. That was way too easy for Bayern Munich to score. Thank God we outscored them so many. Like it didn't matter in the end, but we should not concede goals like that. If it's a wonder goal like Alexia's first color goal, it's okay. Like that happens. Shit happens. But these kind of goals should not be. We should not concede that. Katakol's face after that goal conceded. Yeah, that was right. That was the right reaction. We cannot concede goals like that. And then Bonmati, even though APA cooked, Bonmati was dispossessed multiple times. And I don't know what happened, but she was dispossessed multiple times. And she also made some inaccurate passes which Bayern did not capitalize. So it was kind of an off for Bonmati, although she was really good. She was cooking, but she was dispossessed. Not like a greatest game, but one of her best games. And then Barca press resistant for most of the time, but at times they felt pressured by Bayern's press, and especially at Barca's box. And they were like 2-3 wayward passes that if Bayern had like better temperament and had the scores been 0-0 or like 1-0 or something, then Bayern might have found that temperament to score, but it was always 3-0 at that time, so it didn't matter much. But Barca had like one or two moments they faltered in their passing, and Bayern got the ball, but they couldn't score. So again, that is cause for concern. And see, and despite APA cooking, despite the defense being really good, catching people offside, and Catacol coming to action when needed, CGH and Salma are still the weak links for the team. I mean, they haven't found their feet yet. Yeah, Salma scored the goal, but overall, if you see, she had a relatively easier game. Like she was there defensively, not because of Salma, because of the midfield and Pajor. So CGH and Salma, they didn't cook much. Like they weren't involved in the game very much. Like this the performance papered over the cracks. These are the cracks, CJs and Salma. Unless and until they come into action, like we need peak CJs, like 23, 24 CJs. If we have them also, the front six, that will be amazing. That's like 100% the final boss. Because let's say AP have an off day or one of them are injured, then that could be a problem. So hopefully CJs and Salma get to the peak form, peak confidence, and the front six cook so badly, like so good, bad for the opposition that yeah, they can do it. They can't do anything, irrespective of whoever they have, whatever coach they have, how much of a budget they spend. So hopefully CJs and Salma can do well. So that's all the cons. There are few, but there are, even though we won 7-1, there are cons which need to be addressed. And so yeah, I predict a 3-0 for Barca. But this is even better than most viewers would have expected, as I said. Like Barca are now humiliated the champions of England and champions of Germany in like back-to-back seasons. Can you imagine that? Like even though we have financial problems, we we had to sell some of the players. Humiliating teams is not one of them, especially champions of England and Germany. And Barca haven't skipped a beat. Yes, we have had problems. Our squad is thin, but we haven't skipped a beat. And in fact, we have even gotten better. The team chemistry is better, decision making is better. Everything is sharp, everything is fluid, everything is slick. We've only considered one goal in the league. We are already considered like 4 or 5 goals in the first 6 games last season. So defensively, we are much more solid. We are conceding way less shots than last season. And in Champions League, yes, we have considered one goal, which is not good. But let's see. There's still 5 more group games to go. So let's see what happens there. But last season, our defensive record in the Champions League was similar to our defensive records in 23-24 season. So in the Champions League, we were pretty good defensive wise. So it was only in the league where the defense was not good. So with that aspect, yeah, okay, we considered one goal against Bayern Munich, but okay, obviously, yeah, we shouldn't have considered that goal. But overall, I don't think I mean right now it's not the worst thing in the world. But let's see, there's still 5 more group games to go. So after that, we can have a proper discussion about Barca's defense. But as of now, it is pretty good. It is airtight, so that's a good thing. So one goal conceded in Champions League and the league right now. So that's the thing. And Barca will travel next to Atleti, who are title contenders, since Real Madrid are like, you know what, we don't care. They have a new manager, they have so much investment, they have new goalkeepers, a good new goalkeeper, and they have bought so many other players. But they're like, yeah, we're not going to challenge you. We're only 7 points behind you. In like what, 6 games done. So Atleti are the only other contenders. So if we beat them, we're already 4 points ahead of Atleti. If we beat them, we'll be 7 points ahead of Atleti. That's crazy stuff in just 7 games. So it's a good thing that Pereira rested. Rotated and brought off Alexia and Pajor and the 2 more players. So that's a good thing. So yeah, so that's the thing. Barca destroy Bayern Munich 7-1. 7-Up is my favorite drink. Drink 7-Up wherever you are. Drink it, enjoy it, close your eyes and think about the goals. So yeah, it was a good night. Last night was amazing. So yeah, until next time. This is the vlog Rana Blood. Thanks for watching this video. Like this video. Comment your thoughts about this match. What you thought? What else did you watch? Did I missed saying in this video? It could be the pros, it could be the cons, it could be anything related to the match. So so type that in the comments. Ask me. I will let you know whatever I know. And yeah, subscribe to my channel if you've not already subscribed.